VTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Tonight we'll be talking about last night and last week.
Once upon a time.
Yes.
Last week's was episode 19, and it was called Flower Child, and then last night's episode was called Is This Henry Mills? And
Which
it was
blew my mind.
And it was episode 20. So, yeah.
Yes. So let's start off with last week,
guys.
Let's talk about the 19th episode.
Okay. So I liked that one.
Yeah.
We learned a lot more about Gothel.
Yeah.
And
she told Alice. Alice had already been told that she was her mother, but she told her again and told her who her father was.
And then just, anytime it's like a Henry Jacinda thing, like I get super excited because I think they're adorable, and I just want them to be together, and remember. So, yeah. And then finding the slipper, like finding a piece, and then finding the rest of it, like it was just so awesome.
Yes.
And then Sandy removed the poison from his heart.
Yes, that's the part I liked the most.
I was like, yay, he's no longer cursed.
Yeah. I think that if they would have kissed, when Lucy broke it up, I think that would have broken the curse. Because there wasn't all this behind it.
Yeah.
But at this point, there was... It was more like, yes, I love her, but let's see if this is real. Is this curse real? It was more of a... yes, it's... I love you, let's kiss. Right?
On last week?
Yeah. But it was also... you can't tell me that in the back of his mind, he wasn't going... If this works, then everything Lucy was saying is true.
Yeah.
If this works. And it's like, that's not how you go into True Love's Kiss.
Right.
So it wasn't True Love's Kiss, because you weren't just kissing her because you loved her. You were kissing her to find out if, fairy tales were real.
Yeah, because, he kind of asked, if he could do it,
Yeah.
And usually you don't do that when it's just True Love's Kiss. You just kiss them.
No.
Not always, but...
I don't know. I think that unless it's just, the heat of the moment and it's the perfect moment and you kiss, that's fine. But I think that at least for your first kiss, if it's not just, all romantic and, you just both lean in and go for it, then the person who wants to kiss should ask.
Yeah.
If it's not already prepped for, then I don't know. I'm an old-fashioned girl.
No, yeah.
So
I agree.
Not that doing that's wrong, but what if he went in and then she pulled back?
Yeah, no,
it's
the way that he went into it was really sweet. It was really cute and it was really nice, and they were just so excited and in the moment, and it was just really cute.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter. It did matter that it didn't break, but at the same time it didn't, because
that's the reason why he kissed her.
Yeah.
So,
because, he did feel things for her, and he did love her, but, that was kind of the main reason.
Right. But, none of the kisses that have been broken, none of the curses that have been broken were broken because someone kissed someone just to break a curse.
Yeah.
That wasn't really in the back of their mind. It was just I'm going to kiss this person.
But for him, it was in the back of his mind.
Right. Snow White waking up. That's because, idiot, just went in to kiss her. Henry waking up is because, okay, we're gonna get into that one later. Moving on to the next one is just, someone kissed someone to...
Yeah.
wake them up.
Yeah. True Love's Kiss in a fairy tale, the animated fairy tales, is waking someone up from a deep sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That is what True Love's Kiss is.
Yeah.
The prince kissing the princess and then walking off into the sunset happily ever after. That's true love's kiss.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, last week's was really good. I just really liked it. And it made me so hype for last night.
And I mean, you know, just the Alice and Hook stuff, like, you know, it's just really nice.
Alice is my favorite character.
Yeah, like,
I find Lucy annoying.
I like that she was this, you know, was in that position. She was this lonely girl who was an outcast, who didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
You know? And then, like, her and Hook connect, and then she learns he's her father, and I don't know, it's a nice story.
Yeah. Like, the moment they were sitting in the car outside the theater, and she's like, it's sad if you really think about it. People can be sitting right next to the one they really care about, and they wouldn't even know it. And then they just look at each other, and then Gothel walks into the theater, so they get out of the car. It's like, the freaking hell! Like, it's right there! You have no idea how much you just said is real for you!
Yeah.
Wake the hell up!
Exactly.
Like,
I think at this point we're just waiting for them to wake up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. After that kiss didn't do it, I was so pissed.
Lucy was mad too. She's like, it didn't work.
She wasn't just mad, she was heartbroken.
Yeah, she was heartbroken.
Like,
she was legit heartbroken.
She's like, I'm never gonna get my dad back. Like, I mean, he'll be my dad again soon, probably, but he'll never be my dad.
Right. So yeah, I liked that story and like the Alice Hook stuff and you know, and then her and Margot.
Yes.
Like, you know, I mean,
yes. Her and Margot, I love.
Like I don't know. I think of all of the relationships that they have done that are like female relationships on the show that, you know, are together. I think I would say they are my favorite.
Yeah.
Not even Ruby and Dorothy or Ruby and whoever you want to ship Ruby with.
Well, Ruby did run off with Dorothy. So.
Yes, but I mean, I'm just saying, but of them, or like, you know, whoever.
Mulan and Aurora.
Yeah, like, I like Robin and Margot. Or Tilly and
Margot, Robin
Margot.
and Alice.
Yes.
Yeah. I do. It's hard because Ruby was my favorite from the original series, and Mulan was my favorite gay person from the original series.
Yeah, but Mulan never got with
I
anybody.
know.
It would have been cool to see her with Merida.
Yes, I think she belongs with Merida.
I would have loved that.
Like,
and people call them Brave Warrior.
Yeah. See, I hashtag Brave Warrior all the way.
Yeah.
Like, all the way. Because it just fits.
People also ship Swan Queen, which is Emma and Regina.
Swan Queen.
What does that mean? Hashtag?
No.
Oh.
What does that look like it makes? That's an F.
Oh.
That's my F, guys. Swan Queen. Okay? I don't do sign language, so this is my F.
F in sign language is this.
Okay. That's just okay for me.
I think that's what F is. I'm trying.
But yeah, no, screw Swan Queen. Anything with Swan, unless it's
Neil and Emma.
But yeah, like I didn't even know Ruby was gay until she ran off with Dorothy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think the potential and the concept of Ruby and like what's his name? Cricket.
Oh
Jimmy
yeah.
Cricket is nice because I know somebody on Tumblr who writes like fan fiction about them, and it's Red Cricket, which is actually really good. But I don't know. Like, I think in terms of just like the female relationships that they've done on the show, this has been the best one.
Yes, it has.
Because at least they did better with it than they did the other one.
Not only did they show us them meeting, them falling for each other, but also them getting together.
Yeah, because I mean, like for
Mulan.
Dorothy and Ruby, it was so random. Like, we didn't have any explanation. We didn't have any, like, backstory or anything.
Well, they had never met before.
Yeah.
So there was no backstory. Really, what I think that was, I guess they were going for, lesbian love at first sight, let's run away together.
Spontaneity.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
It's Las Vegas, let's go. You know? Type thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
I feel like Ruby
sure.
just kind of, like, got the short end of the stick, though.
Yeah.
She didn't get treated very well.
She had a amazing backstory that we should have fleshed out more.
Yeah.
But
the writers messed up a lot with that.
Well, not only that, she had another show she was a star on.
She did.
So...
But it would have been nice to see more of her and more of that.
You're shaking the camera.
Sorry.
But yeah. So, and then Mulan was just, I love Aurora. Wait, her husband's back.
Yeah, and she has a baby now.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna work.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, like, Margot and Tilly, Robin and Alice are cute.
Yes. I
feel like they just work together because, like,
They do.
Robin's very, you know, studious and, like, very, like, book smart, and she's, like, you know, just kind of a nerd. And then Alice is, like, this lost girl who, you know, is also very smart, but she's, like, very, you know, is more, like, intuitive and things like that. So they just kind of work well together.
Yeah. I do kind of like that they gave her magic. I mean, like, we kind of saw that, like, straight out the gate with her, like, wishing for the troll and everything. But, I mean, she didn't wish for the troll, but her wish made the troll happen.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is that, as far as we know, in Wonderland, with this version of Alice, there was no magic done.
Yeah.
She was a human Alice just going through, right? So my question is, if she was in that much danger in Wonderland, the freaking hell did she not use her magical abilities? So I'm confused in that respect. Very confused in that respect.
Yeah.
But the fact, because they did her being Alice long before they did her having magic.
Right.
I think they were just like, well, screw it. How the hell are we getting her out of the tower? I don't know. Just give her magic. Her mom's Gothel.
Yeah, that's probably how they thought of it. Honestly.
Screw it. Her mom is magic.
Literally none of that surprises me with Adam and Eddie anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they can be they're probably some of the most spontaneous, improvising writers out there. Who are just like, all right, we're just gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know, totally not even go with what's going on. Just, you know, throw it in there. Expect everybody to just, you know, believe it and go with suspended belief that it's, you know, actually happening, or it's true, or it's canon, or whatever, but
I mean, I guess one could theorize that because she needed those creatures to help her along, just like the troll, she imagined them and they came to being.
Yeah.
But they all had a backstory. Everyone knew them. She's not like she actually created Wonderland itself.
Right.
Or did she? No.
But I mean, yeah, like, and then the ending, of course, with the coven and the witches and, you know.
Or her willing to do whatever it took to save her daddy. She's like, I feel that it's true. And I have to save you.
I feel that it's true, and I've got to save you because you're my father. And I love you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to imitate her.
Uh-huh.
It's not working out very well.
Oh. But it was a good attempt. But yeah, I think they did good at picking a person for Alice, because right away, I'm pretty sure I almost knew exactly who she was right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, within the first couple,
Yeah, you
like the
did.
first 1 or 2 episodes, I'm like, that has to be Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not only because she was, like, you know, because of the small little phrases she said, or, like...
We're all mad here.
Right. But they got someone who looked like they could have been the rabbit.
Right.
Like, no offense to her, she's amazing, I love her. But those teeth...
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just knew right away she was from Wonderland.
Right.
But... I would love to see anything else she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did... Especially after last night's episode.
I think her name is like Emma Booth or something like that.
Like, her acting against Gothel was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably willing to watch almost anything that she's in. I'll say almost because I have no idea what the hell she's in, and I don't want to back myself into a corner with that one.
Yeah, I think her name is
But
like Emma Booth or something like that.
yeah. So anything else about last week's episode?
I think so.
What did you like about last night's episode?
Where to begin?
I know, right?
Wait, never mind. Emma Booth is Gothel.
Oh.
My bad. Then who the hell is Alice? No! That is not what I touched. 9.4 rating out of 10 on IMDb for last night's episode.
Very nice.
I mean, it only has 106 ratings, but still. Her name is Rose Reynolds. I was way off, my bad.
Yes, he was.
Anyway. Oh, she's on Poldark. It's a period show that's on PBS.
She was from. She did World's End.
It's on PBS. It's like the Masterpiece thing on PBS. Poldark. It's a period show. It's like.
Oh yeah.
Revolutionary War. So it's like 1700s, but she's on that. She's on 2 episodes. And then
The World's End.
she's only been in like a few things.
Yeah. But yeah, she was amazing, and so was the actress who played Robin, or Margot.
Yeah, she's good too.
I'm hoping that Robin's mother, that Zelena, will be coming back.
She probably
in the following 2 episodes.
Belle probably will too.
I'm hoping Belle will come.
I think she is.
From the current the current Belle.
I think so.
I mean, not the old dead one, but the one in the time zone that they're in.
Yeah. Of course. Although that episode where she died was super freaking sad.
It was like
I cried.
I didn't.
Like when they danced and the music played and then like just her there, like it was so sad. It was so sad. So sad.
Yeah. But
Who the heck? Oh, she plays Robin.
Tina what?
Tiara.
Tiara Scobie. Scobie.
She's Canadian.
Oh, thought it
Oh,
was
she was
Russian.
in Midnight Sun. That movie you wanted to see?
She was in that?
Yeah, so she was Zoe Carmichael.
Which one was it? Oh, she was the head bee. Damn.
And she was on 12 episodes of Riverdale.
maybe makes me want to watch Riverdale.
She plays Polly Cooper.
Polly Cooper.
Everybody says Riverdale is really good.
I know.
I don't think I've talked to somebody.
She's in the Miracle season. I want to see that so bad.
Bree. She plays Bree.
She plays the main character. I think Bree's the main. I don't know. I haven't
She's
seen
like
it.
third. Helen Hunt's first, and then Erin Moriarty, and then her.
Maybe she's like the best friend or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what about last night's episode? Did you like?
I liked. Okay, I liked a lot of things. First off, it basically continued from where it ended.
Yeah, it did. With Lucy running, it didn't work.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like the way that Ronnie was trying to, or Regina was trying to get Henry to believe again. Yeah. You know, and then just all of like the flashbacks we were seeing of him, you know, when he was going to graduate and all of those things. I mean, it really was a Henry episode.
It was.
And I don't know, it was just nice to see that. Yeah. I think it was nice to see, you know, him getting center stage for once. Because, like, even though this season is about Henry's journey, it's still, you know, kind of been about the other characters a lot too. And I understand because it's an ensemble and stuff like that, they have to focus on others, but, you know, it was just nice to have that episode be for him.
Yeah. And like
learn these things and all this, but
I wish they would have done like a Margot and Tilly centric episode.
Yeah, that would have been cool. They're more like secondary though.
Oh yeah, very secondary.
I mean, Alice not so much maybe, but Margot is.
Yes.
Robin is. But yeah, like just seeing those things and Lucy working with Xandi to like end the curse.
He was very back and forth.
He was.
Like, I knew we couldn't trust, like, ultimately we couldn't trust him, but there were times when I was like, please be doing this for the betterment, please.
Right. Like, I'm glad that he ended, or got the poison out of Henry.
Yeah.
And it was great that it was, like, the pieces of the glass slipper that did that. I thought that was so awesome.
Yes.
But, yeah. And then just, like, I liked how everything at the end came together. Like, when she was reading his actual letter that he wanted to send, and it was Once Upon a Time, and, like, you know, the voiceover was happening, and they were showing the scenes with everybody coming together as families and reuniting and the curse being broken and all of that stuff. It was nice, and it almost felt like that was the end.
Right.
Even though there's two more episodes.
I kind of wanted that to be the end.
Yeah,
of
like
episode,
it almost felt like it was, but there's still two more.
When I was watching, I was like, this should have been the final scene.
Yeah.
Of the series.
I hope that the actual final scene is just as good.
Right, that is just as well put together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be pissed.
Because they're going to have all of the other characters back, so they need to do something good with it.
And what's going to be interesting is that for this finale, we'll be getting the version of Emma from that time period, of which, I mean, any version of Emma is still, I can't even form the words.
I know. It's okay.
She sucks so bad. She can't act. Like, no emotion.
She can't act yet. She was on House and she was on this.
Okay, her character on House
didn't need to act.
No. She was an emotionless person because of what happened in her past. Her past made her lock everything away. Like, she was married.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense on this too, though.
Yeah, but, like, when you find a family, you start to open up.
Yeah.
Like, there was a point where she should have just went, okay.
I felt like
it's been 5 years. I can let people
Right.
in.
I felt like she was a better actress in the earlier seasons than she was in the later seasons.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bag on her so much.
Yeah. Like, in the first maybe 3 or so seasons, I felt like she was good. But then after that, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I liked Emma in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I did.
The emotionless thing worked well in the beginning.
But as it went on, and, like, you know, Neil died, and, like, she got with Hook, and, like, all these other things were happening with her, like, being the Dark One and all that crap, I just started to lose...
She was good as the Dark One.
She was, but I started to just kind of, like, lose interest in her as a character.
Yeah.
Not the storyline necessarily, but just her as a character. Because I was like, she's causing all these problems that aren't necessary and don't need to be happening the way that they're happening because...
She's a once upon a time version of Sam.
Because... Yeah, but Sam isn't even nearly as bad as Emma is.
No, Sam can act.
Jared Padalecki is a good freaking actor.
Yeah.
Like, you know, say what you want to say about Sam Winchester, but like...
Jared's awesome.
You know, Emma's still worse.
Yes, because Jennifer can't act. Not you.
I know. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, he has his moments, and he gets on my nerves sometimes, but so does Dean. So, you know, like, they both have their moments.
Yeah.
But the show wouldn't work without either of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, even though you don't like Sam, he's still necessary.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So, yeah, the point is, Emma sucks, and...
Tremendously.
Yeah. But we're gonna get what? The version of Emma that was sent through the portal? With Hook? So she'll have another child.
No, she's not gonna... I mean, it's slightly before that. Because the version of Emma that went through the portal... See, because of that version of Henry that she met... that was her current day. And, but he was older, and the version of Henry that we see in Hyperion Heights current day is in his senior year.
Yeah.
Graduating. In one episode, he went from his first day of senior year to his last day of senior year. But like, that version of her is what we're gonna get, because he doesn't ride his motorcycle through the magic portal and suddenly become the new actor.
Right.
He ages.
Right.
Which is
yes, at least they did that right.
Right. Which is what we'll see. We'll see Emma just before she's pregnant. Like, maybe a year or two before she becomes pregnant. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I wonder if Henry will blow it for her. You're not pregnant! No, I'm not! Why would I be... And then, like, Regina looks over at him. That's not for 3 more years!
yeah.
That'd be funny. But...
It's kind of like with The Flash. Oh! You know, impulse.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, like...
Hi, Aunt Dawn. Hi, Uncle Don. Twins?
Yeah. Yeah, so I liked just this stuff with Henry and Regina, and, you know, her just being like, look, you know, like, this is real. This is what it is. Like,
yeah.
You know?
This is a picture of me and you.
Technically,
Regina
we are in
and
Storybrooke right now. Like,
no, we're not.
She put us in this time. You know.
They're in a different state.
I know, but that's what Regina said.
Oh, yeah. Technically, their past selves are in Storybrooke.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was.
Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure
I know they're in Seattle, in Washington.
Yeah.
I know that.
It's not in there.
They show the Space Needle in the beginning. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying what she said.
Okay. what she said.
What she said.
Okay, moving on.
And then why did Jacinda and Tiana go to try to talk
Because
to Sandy?
Drew was missing.
Drew
Naveen.
Oh, okay. I forgot that was his name aside from Naveen.
Yeah. Drew was missing.
There's so many characters and two names to remember. It's hard.
He missed his, because he missed that one shift because he was at the police station.
Yeah.
Which got covered, and I guess she knew that he was at the police station. But then he missed it again, and he wasn't able to cover because there was no way to know.
Right.
So then it's like, well, Samdi card. So they went there.
Yeah.
I like that he was scared of her. He's like, Princess Tiana, I presume. I'm like, dude, there's no R. Like, I get that it's your accent, but there's no R.
Yeah, British people say their A, things that end in A with an R. Like on Sound of Music, Vienna instead of Vienna.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Yeah. It sounds better in the accent, though.
Yeah, it does.
But then, like, Ella is just like, it's Queen to you. And I'm like, really?
I thought Tiana said that.
No, Ella did. Yeah.
I don't know.
Technically, Drew's been Naveen this whole time. He's been awake.
Yeah.
So, he just took on Drew.
She just needed to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't understand at first why Henry was acting like he didn't believe again, because like the episode before he was all super excited about the slipper and like the possibility of being Lucy's father being a real thing, and then he's just like not believing and he's like, none of this is real, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, I understand now, like it makes more sense. It's just then I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because, you know, what Regina said, were like, they were put in that time. So maybe that day was like just different. Maybe something happened to make it where he wasn't believing again or something. Maybe like the spell, the thing with the coven coming up that they created caused that to happen again.
Well, maybe it might have interfered a little bit, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that he kissed and it didn't work.
Because he was putting his like hopes in the fact that would break the curse.
And because the curse would break, therefore fairy tales aren't real. So.
Yeah. But what was weird was he still wasn't awake even when he was going into the kiss thinking that it would break the curse.
Well, yeah, but like he was like, if there is a curse, like he didn't think it like. Okay. Yeah. It's like okay, it's like, it's simple, okay? Like, really, he was like, if there is a curse, this will break it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
Because True Love's kiss always breaks the curse in every fairy tale. If this is real, then this will break it.
Yeah,
if it's
and
not,
since it
didn't,
he probably kind of reverted back to just thinking, well, this isn't real, it didn't work.
Right.
You know, and all of this. So that makes sense. It's just
like, and a lot of it was also that, like, if this works, if this is real, then the pain I'm feeling about my dead wife and daughter is going to go away.
Right.
And the moment it didn't happen, it just made that pain worse.
Right. So he's just like, well, there's no point. You know? And then when he was telling Regina, he's like, you know, if this is, then this pain would cease to exist, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Like, it is still there.
And then she was smart enough to realize that, well, yeah, that's because you failed to protect your family, and technically, to you in that moment, you know, they could have been dead.
Right.
So.
She had to look at it from his perspective. But yeah, like, anyways, when that made sense, I was just like, okay, you know, At first it didn't, but then it did more. I was like, I liked the way that he remembered.
Yeah.
Like, I liked how it all came back to him.
Well, yeah, but, like, at the same time, I understand that my logic for why the kiss didn't work and why he was so adamant against everything would still explain away why the serum didn't work, but the serum didn't work!
Yeah.
Like, what?
The serum didn't work, him touching the book didn't work, the kiss didn't work. Like, the only thing that worked was him calling the number on the adoption papers and younger Henry answering the phone and him basically having a talk with his younger self.
Yeah.
And giving advice to his younger self.
The moment he heard the voice on the other end.
It all came flooding back to him.
But, like, also, like Gothel was saying, a lot of it had to do with the fact that he might have, when he was younger, before the curse happened, he might have had the heart of the truest believer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't anymore. Because, I mean, from that moment on, like, he can no longer say he has the heart of the truest believer. Whether or not he keeps believing, I mean, of course he is going to keep believing because it's his life. He's married to Ella. Like, come on. So,
right.
He's going to keep believing, yes. But he stopped believing.
Right.
It's just like Snow. Her heart is no longer pure Snow White anymore. She killed someone. There is a black mark there that will never go away.
Right.
So she's no longer Snow White.
Yeah, she's no longer pure as snow.
Right. Henry is no longer he no longer has the heart of the truest believer.
Right.
'Cause he wasn't.
Yeah.
He stopped believing, therefore not the truest believer.
So is Lucy the new believer now?
I don't think there is one. I don't really see how there can be another one.
Yeah.
Like, because, see, Lucy believed because she remembered. And Henry believed when he was little because he saw the similarities. He chose to believe.
Right.
Lucy had no reason not to believe.
Children are easy believers.
But, like, Henry had every reason in the world to not believe what he thought was true.
Right.
Like, every reason. Because fairy tales don't exist. Like, there's no reason for my teacher to be Snow White.
Right.
And, like, the guy in the bed to be... The guy that's in a coma is the one that wakes up the woman from a coma. Like, this is
right.
Like, this is not how things go. So it's like, that doesn't... He had every reason to not believe what he did. And he still chose to believe. Lucy just came from a world where she was calling Cinderella mommy. And she never forgot that. So she had every reason to believe. There's no truest believer there. It's just like, I have memories, I'ma use them.
Right.
So there is no more truest believer.
Yeah.
Except for Henry that's in Storybrooke.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I guess it would have been nice if it had been differently, but I think it was just kind of neat how he remembered, you know, because, like, he was talking, he talked with his younger self, gave him advice, like, seriously, we would love to be able to talk to our younger selves and give ourselves advice. Like, you know, I just think that was kind of a really symbolic way of him remembering again. Because, you know, if it had been a serum, it would have been too easy. Or if it had been the book, it would have been too easy. Even True Love's Kiss would have been too easy because at this point they've used that so much.
Yeah.
Like, this was different and it was unique and it was something that, you know, was special. And it helped him to remember.
And it explained things.
Exactly. And it explained things, which we don't get a whole lot of on this TV show.
Right.
So, yeah.
Like, somehow a giant that went back home sent Henry a gift of a bean.
Yeah. which he uses
Yeah,
when he goes on his adventure.
Later, or earlier in the episode, in the past, this is oxymoron.
So weird. Earlier in the episode, in the past,
Regina told, because Henry was like, I don't, like, they accepted that version of me. That's not who I am. If I'm gonna go out there, my life will forever be a lie.
yeah.
What do I do? And she's like, the only one who can tell you what to do is yourself.
Yeah, it's yourself.
And
It's
then
so true.
it's so true. And even in this episode, it is so true. Because without that phone call, without him calling his past self, he would have never found the box with the bean.
And he would have never gone on the adventure.
Right.
And he never would have met Ella. And he never would have had all of the things that he had.
Mm-hmm.
He never would have had Lucy.
Yeah.
Or any of that.
But, like, the way he, like, at the end when he hung up and he was talking to his daughter, he was like, it all came back. I remembered that conversation. And it was just so weird because I was actually talking to myself.
Right.
And the weird thing about that is that if you really think about that, then that means that somewhere out there during the first season, I mean, not really the first, somewhere out there during the last couple seasons, you have Zelena living in California doing some spin class, and Regina running a bar like
Yeah.
his granny's,
Mhm.
and you have Rapunzel running a city, and, like, somewhere out there, when we were watching the show, this was happening, and no one knew about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, it's just that idea.
So did he actually just talk to himself then?
Mhm.
Like, when he was young, he just talked to himself?
No, when he was young, he got the same phone call.
Oh.
When the version of Henry in Hyperion Heights was graduating high school,
He got the same
he
phone
got
call
the
from
same
an
phone
adult
call
Henry.
from this version of Henry.
Wow.
When he was younger, the same thing happened to him. So when that version of Henry grows up, he's going to go through the curse all over again, end up in the same spot, make the phone call to his younger self. He's going to go through all of that again, and end up at that same spot, make the phone call. Like, it's gonna, like...
It's just gonna be a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, which confuses me, because technically, that would be that every version of Henry is there in single moment. So there's more than one Henry. There's more than two Henrys in that moment, which is confusing as hell.
Well, that's where time travel comes into it.
No, that's why it's confusing as
Yeah,
hell.
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
As David Tennant would say, wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Doctor Who. Yeah.
But yeah, like just the fact that that's how it all came together.
Mhm.
I liked that, and yeah, I mean, like, you know, and then when he goes and finds Regina, and he's like, you know,
Oh my gosh, let me play Emma for a minute while you're playing the version of me that's 10 years old laying in a hospital bed. You have no idea how many times I said that today. Because I saw this last night. She just watched it.
I'm sorry to make you go through that again.
Like,
I mean,
oh my gosh.
okay, I guess I can see it as being a parallel, a nice parallel.
A nice parallel? Like, you heard me overlay the words that she said to
yeah,
Henry.
I did.
Like, you can take the videos of both, put them side to side, start them at the exact same time, and he's basically saying the exact
That's
same
why it's a
thing.
parallel.
Like, I think they did such a good job at waking him up in a totally different way they should have done it
With Regina.
with this one. Like, what? Like, I mean, did it have to be a kiss?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's a curse, and the curses are broken with kisses. Did it have to be on the damn forehead? The same way that Emma broke the first...
Well, where else would he do it? She's his mom.
The cheek? I don't know. But, I mean, like, well, to that point, did it have to be him and her?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've been saying it for weeks. It should have freaking been Robin and Alice.
Yeah.
Like...
And they did kiss in the episode.
Oh my gosh, I was so, like, everyone was asleep because I had to watch it at 2 a.m.
You didn't have to watch it at 2 a.m.
I had to watch it last night. I had to watch it last night because last week's was good and I needed to know if they broke it in the next episode because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I have to see this. They have to break it in the next episode. And they did. And the kiss, just, oh, like, you guys have no idea how happy that kiss made me.
I think they do.
Like, oh my gosh.
It was really cute. Like, just the fact that she just grabbed her and just...
And Alice was like, I told you we'd always fight each other.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
Yeah.
What I found odd was that Alice didn't realize her daddy was there until they went above ground. Because when he's like, you've got this, Alice, she turns around like, where have you been?
Yeah, she was so in the moment.
It's like, did you kiss your girlfriend and then run up through him and Gold and not notice? The hell? I don't know.
Yeah.
It just, that moment bugged me. But the breaking of the curse is the biggest thing. It's the only thing I've had an issue with.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I understand it is like you wish that something different did happen with that. I mean, like, if you're gonna look at it from a parallel standpoint, it was, it was. But they didn't need to have it be word for word exactly like in the same place with a kiss or whatever.
Yeah.
Like maybe a hand, because like hand holding too, he could have grabbed her hand and that could have broken it too because he was touching her. Like it could have just been a touch thing. It didn't have to be a kiss.
Right.
But it was, so. Anyway, I liked too when Gothel was still trying to get Alice to like join her and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm not this person anymore. Like, I'm sorry that this is where your life went.
Yeah.
But I'm not this lost girl anymore.
Yeah, that speech she gave, I'm not lost, I'm not crazy, I'm not psycho.
Yeah.
I'm not an orphan. I'm not some street rat.
And she's like, you chose hate and I choose love.
Yes.
And I was just like,
yes.
Like, I knew that's what she was going to say, because when she said she chose hate, I was like,
yeah. But I expected her to look at Robin.
Yeah.
Like, I get that she looked at her dad. Sure. Yeah, of course. You look at your dad. Someone you don't actually get to see all that much of, and that is in severe pain. So, you look at your dad, yes. But you could have looked at your dad, looked at your girlfriend that you tremendously love, and then back at your mom and say, I choose love. No.
Yeah.
I look at my dad and then I look at my mom. I choose love when I've got my girlfriend here holding my hand.
Right.
Like, I don't know. To me, she should have looked at Robin as well.
I think
like,
so.
it felt weird that she didn't.
Yeah. Like, you look at the person who is there for you and who loves you.
You look at the person who raised you.
Like, you smile and you look at and you're just like, and I choose love. You know?
Yeah. You look at the person who raised you and you love. And then you look at your girlfriend who, I mean, come on, like, in the forest, like, as if they never did anything.
Right.
Like, you look at her and go, like, I choose love.
Yeah.
Like, I think that should have, I don't know, that bugged me.
Yeah. It is a little Bugsome. All right.
Irksome.
Irksome.
Very
yes.
irksome.
Bothersome.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we should probably touch on the ending with Rumple and Gold.
You see, I just chose to forget that because the ending in my head was so perfect.
It was. It really was.
The letter reading, just,
Yeah.
that's all I needed.
I mean, I was just like, you should just end the episode right there. I was, after that scene ended, I was like, it's not over?
Right.
Like, that would have been the way to end the episode.
That was my reaction when it continued.
Like, what?
Yeah, they screwed up there with editing. But it does lead into the villain for the series finale,
Which is Rumple.
which is Rumple, yeah. Not Gold, but Rumple.
Having to,
Huge clarification.
whether he kills himself or not.
He's not kill himself.
I mean, like, kill Rumple.
Oh.
Gold killing Rumple.
I don't think Gold can do it. I think it's gonna have to be Alice.
Because in the promo, remember, he looked like he was about to do it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I mean, I guess he can.
Well, because
technically,
next
but-
week's episode is called Homecoming. So that's
It's
probably...
because everyone's coming.
that's when everybody's
Over.
coming back.
Is Henry coming back? Our Henry.
I don't know. Maybe?
I say our Henry because I like him better than the current one.
You don't like our current Henry?
I like I appreciate the job he's done, but I've lived the last 6 years with that version.
Yeah.
So to me, he's Henry.
Right.
And he was getting a lot better as an actor as he grew up.
He was. But I like this Henry.
Yeah, I mean, they needed someone old.
They did.
So I don't, I have no qualms about it.
Mm-hmm.
They just took a very cannibalistic person from The Walking Dead and...
It's just a character. It's not the actor. I mean, that would be like not liking the guy who plays Lucifer because he's Lucifer on Supernatural.
He's a funny Lucifer.
He is! And this actor was a good Henry! And a good and adult Henry.
Yeah. But
Even though he was from The Walking Dead.
I first saw him as a cannibalistic human being on The Walking Dead.
Yes, but he's not playing that on here.
I know. But no matter what
You'll just
character, why am I blanking on her name now? Jennifer Gardner plays, I'll always see her as Sydney Bristow. She will always and forever only be Sydney Bristow to me. And Victor Garber, even though I've seen him on a bunch of
Victor
stuff.
Garber, for me, will always be Mr. Andrews from Titanic.
Exactly. So you see my point. To me, he'll always be Sydney Bristow's father, Mr. Bristow. Yes. So, to me, this version of Henry will always be a cannibalistic murderer. So, it's just me.
Yeah.
Because that's where I first saw him.
Yeah, no, I know, I understand. But I think he's done a good job playing adult
He
Henry.
has. He definitely has.
He's a good actor.
He is.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the whole Rumple thing, because you know what? I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, whatever happens to Rumple is what's gonna happen to freaking Rumple.
Right.
Like, I don't care if he dies. I don't care if he doesn't die. I just want him to be happy and be with Belle and everything be good. Like, I'm just done with Rumple and the whole Dagger and Dark One crap. Like, just be done with it.
Like, I thought we were done.
Be done with it.
Like, we found the
I
Guardian.
like this Gold. I like the Gold this season. Robert freaking Carlyle looks good this season.
Yes,
Okay,
they
he
cut his
looks
hair and he's
good.
fine.
And he's wearing leather jackets and like denim jackets. Like, he's seriously. He's an attractive looking older man.
He is.
You know? Like,
Very much so.
I mean, I never liked his hair the way it was before, but this season, yes.
Yes.
Anyway.
Unlike the common phrase, manners maketh man, hair maketh mad. Like, seriously.
I feel like beards do too.
Yes.
But that's a different story. Anyway.
You say that because we just got done watching Avengers and everybody and their mother had a beard.
Yeah, but some of them are more perfectly trimmed and look nicer.
Yeah,
than others
Thor's looked
do.
amazing. Captain America's looked like he hadn't even touched it in
Like,
months.
Tony Stark's looked good. Thor's looked good. You know, they were fine.
Steve Rogers needed to brush.
Yeah,
it
he
a little bit.
needed to trim it, have a little bit more scruff and 5 o'clock shadow, but not have the full on like beard.
Homeless man beard.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I just want this Gold to be happy. Like, you know, he lost Belle. Like, I want him to find a way to get back to her.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
But the only way he'll be able to get back to her is by giving the dagger to Alice.
then maybe he will.
And he wasn't willing to do it the first time.
I know, but maybe he will be this time because they have to do something. They have to end it.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to end Rumple once and for all.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the only, like, I don't think it's gonna be Gold's choice.
yeah, I think it's just gonna have to be a matter of, you know, they have to do this.
Like, I don't think Gold will get a say in it.
Yeah.
I think that Alice is gonna make the ultimate decision. That sounds bad. Like, I'll make the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, but she's
Go.
gonna make a good decision. Like, she's gonna make the right decision.
Right. She's gonna take the dagger. 'Cause, I mean, the dagger just appeared to her before when it was
I mean,
in danger. And
No.
so, now that she's awoken, she remembers the experience in the cabin with the dagger. And she also remembers her experience as Tilly getting the dagger.
yeah.
So
I mean,
she
Gold
knows.
Gold can't. I feel like Gold at this point, he just can't do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's not
He can't let that happen.
what he
But
can do.
the moment she accepts it, like, I think she's gonna have to, like, run with the dagger, like, away from Gold. And that, like, the moment apart as he's trying to save her from it is when it'll become hers. I think that's the only...
Because, like, they're all coming back, you know, to help defeat this. Like, you know, Rumple needs to just be defeated.
Yeah. And I think it's really sad because she's basically trading one prison for another.
Yeah.
Like, she was Tower Girl.
I mean, we see in the promo for next week that, like, Henry's imprisoned and, like, Ella and Lucy are stuck inside this globe, and, like, Gold looked like he was about to use the dagger on Rumple. Like,
yes, but was it Rumple's dagger or his dagger?
yeah,
Because there's two daggers.
right. So it's like, you know, a lot of crap's gonna go down. Anyway, what we're probably gonna do for next week is just live tweet so that we can still give our reactions, because it's a 2-part series finale and we're not reviewing next week,
Right.
so we're just gonna, like, tweet about it because we still want to be able to, like, connect with you guys, since it's still gonna be really exciting and intense and you're gonna be here to watch that.
Yeah.
And then the very last one we'll do the live stream.
So look forward to that. You have on the 18th.
Yeah, the 18th is the second part of it. And the
So
last
the 18th of this month at 8 p.m. Be here and we will be live streaming.
Yeah, and then be on Twitter next Friday when we do the first part.
Yes. Also, if you guys watch Supernatural, which we talked about, you can catch us on the 17th
Yes.
at
Just gonna
8.
double check that, but it's the 17th. Yeah.
At 8 p.m. Pacific. All this time is at Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
So, at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard, you're gonna get Supernatural season finale on the 17th. 8 p.m. on the on the 18th, you'll get
Yeah.
this series finale, and then 8 p.m. on the 22nd.
You'll get the Flash
You will
season
get
finale.
the Flash season finale.
So we're gonna do 3 live streams in a matter of like
6 days. I counted.
yeah.
Half of the days will be live streams.
So you have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'll be pretty much done with the semester at that point, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
But next Friday, we will be live tweeting
Yes.
as we watch. She will probably even tweet a little bit too.
Yeah.
So it won't just be me.
Yep.
Because, you know, I definitely want to have some type of thing that we're doing since we're not going to review it because it's the first part and there's going to be stuff that's going to go down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I'll save most of my hard analysis of Emma for the 18th. I'll try not to put anything in the comments on Twitter.
So hilarious.
Because I'm sure that once I hashtag Once Upon a Time, they'll see it.
Well, you know what? At this point, it doesn't matter because the show's ending.
I know.
So you can say all the crap you want to say, and it don't freaking matter. As long as you don't mention Jennifer Morrison in it, her her Twitter handle, she's probably not gonna see it.
Okay.
But if you just hashtag Once Upon a Time, it'll go in the tag for Once Upon a Time as people are watching, and then if people like it or retweet it or respond, they'll see it. But like, if you were to mention like at Jennifer Morrison in the tweet as you're saying crap about Emma, then she would see it. Maybe.
Okay.
And not respond.
Okay. I don't know how Twitter works. I don't use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically our thoughts on the last 2 episodes and what you guys have to look forward to within the next 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's so sad. Only 2 more episodes.
It is very bittersweet.
No.
It's sweet because it's finally ending. And it's bitter because it's the first show we ever did.
It is.
So,
That and Supernatural, but we started with Once Upon a Time.
yeah. So it sucks. I can't
It
imagine
does.
not
It's weird.
having anything to do with
It will
Once
be
Upon a
weird
Time
because
anymore.
like I remember like checking it out and watching it, and it had already been like, I think it was up to like the 5th episode, so it had already been on for a little bit. But I like watched those episodes online, and then I just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah,
And
I remember.
so, you know, I've been with it since 2011.
Yeah, me too. Like, I watched it episode 1 and I continued, like, live. I did not miss a single episode.
I mean, I didn't catch it from the very, very beginning, from the very first episode, but I caught it from, like, the 6th episode on.
I caught it from the first episode, so. But, like, I remember the day that I found out you watched it. We were riding home on the city bus from college, and we were walking down the street, and we reached my house, and we just started, like, we spent hours on my front lawn talking about how Henry was the actual chosen one.
He was!
Like, I had so many
Because it was
pointers.
season 3. So, like, you know, it was like the Neverland stuff, wasn't it?
No, I think that was part 2.
Oh, it was the stuff before that.
Yeah. So there's so many memories and everything that's so connected to the show, and it's gonna be so sad to see it go.
It is. But at the same time, it's just one less show for me to have to watch.
And it's time.
It is time for it to end.
I mean, actually, it was time at the end of last season.
It was, but I'm glad that they gave it another season to kind of fix everything and tie things up. So hopefully they actually tie them up the way they're supposed to, because these writers suck.
Yeah.
But they have the chance to end it in a proper way, and they need to do that.
Yeah. So, I guess until the
next-
live stream.
Yeah.
Be careful, dearie.
Because magic always comes with a price.